Everyone, we are back streaming another arena game. Um, Season's winding down, so we shouldn't have too many more of these. And we are picking into the fourth seat against Mafra 99, EndoZoa, and Flow 007 007. This Goats have been picked in the first seat. They're a very, very strong faction who are fairly who are guaranteed to get a priest in seat one. We have Nomads and Goblins, another extremely strong faction. God, it's so tedious. I think we should put in probably either a brown or a blue faction. Actually, probably not brown, because brown would be sandwich. So we're probably just looking at Mermaids. Mermaids is fine. Mermaids will start with a spade. Mermaids will get to 3 shipping in round 3 for this event. Mafra starts action on Nomads. I think that Goats is the clear pick. I think that they're stronger than Goblins. Goblins have a color neighbor, which makes them further a little more awkward. Temp shipping is in the game. I think that the canonical opening is double temple here for Goblins, but hard to say for sure. Hard to say how aggressive Mermaids will get with their digging as well. That makes things a little complicated. But goats should be absurd with like 2 late dwelling events, 2 mid-late dwelling events, and like double temple into like sanctuary is totally a thing that can happen with goats. All like the past tiles are in the game that suggest that goats are good. The priest, that is like the priest, the spade, the 2 workers, and like the worker power. Those are all going to be very, very strong for goats. They should win network outright, or tie Nomads or something. Ties / Nomads and Goblins. Gray green is good when gray is goats. Yeah, this track is way too good for goats. Yeah, I mean goats look to make 2 towns in the final round. Like they're gonna go 8 points here, 13 points between the 2 temples and the sanctuary, and then probably like 6 dwellings between the dwelling rounds. So that's like 12, 25 points. This is going to be like 35 points. Add in a couple TPs. They easily have 40 points on the track here. They'll win network. I do think that Mermaids have play. I don't know how much worse they are than Goblins. Like Mermaids could pretty conceivably 3 town here in the final round. Goblins will have to do something suboptimal. Like, but Mermaids also like the easy opening for Mermaids, right, is temple 2 dwellings, and then next round you figure stuff out. But next round, like who knows like how much Goblins have started to like get on their Goblin BS by that point. They should start on the big building tile so they can open 2 temples. And I think that there's a little bit of hesitancy to bid on Goblins from Zoa and stuff because like there's some awkwardness over where your hexes are gonna go. Goblins are also one of those factions that's going to like have some issues with connection. Black often does have those issues with connection on this map, especially like with Mermaids in the game and Nomads. Nomads like to try to occupy B4 if they can, with shipping. One more here. I don't want to switch to Mermaids because 1, the ship VP tile's not in the game, which makes the round 3 shipping spree worse, and 2, it's a relatively low coin game. These blue cult rewards are good, but they actually come fairly late, so I suspect if there's a value bid right now, it's on Goblins. I don't think that Nomads are 10 points to Goats right now. Our biggest issue, if this could be called an issue, is I guess Goats, Nomads coming after D4. There's some slight pressure on D4. Like, who's going to claim the spade actions this round, right? Probably Nomads get the double spade or something. They're probably going to just end up on worker. Well, they probably just take the priest, right? Then Goats get worker power and buy the priest. We could get Leech starved as Goats, I guess. Actually, so Goblins probably just aren't playing E5, are they? Why would Goblins play E5? I guess like E5 still provides these shipping lanes, but I think that there's a lot of awkwardness for Goblins. And I think that I might be ready to move to Mermaids. But like I said, I think that there are some awkwardness, like these scoring pass tiles are not good for Mermaids. There's some stuff that I don't love for Mermaids here. And especially like we don't know how hard Goblins will rush to these hexes up there. Okay. I think I was ready to make that switch, but hopefully we got an okay price here. We're going to find out if we did. Okay, we didn't get stranded in the east. That's always a good sign. Goblins trying to figure out if it's C1 or E5. I think that they're reaching the same struggle that I was. I do think that C1 is probably just a little better. You're guaranteed a town here, and if you're willing to pass early for temp ship, you could also get B2. I also like this because it's worse for Mermaids. E5 does nothing to Mermaids, whereas C1 cuts Mermaids off, and I think that Mermaids have the best deal other than me, so I would personally like to see C1. Nope, they go E5, which I think is a... I think Goblins could live to regret that, but we'll see. Rondo Rice, what's up? Good afternoon. Lucky G5. They could have gone double west, right? Is what you're saying? They could have. I think that it's a pretty big mistake for Goblins to be playing on E5 as opposed to C1. But like that, I'm also very biased because this is a lot worse for me. Like this is a lot better for Mermaids that they have this. I think this is a lot worse for Goblins and a lot better for Mermaids and Nomads because Nomads now have no pressure on this E2 hex. The one thing that, and Goblins, like Goblins realistically aren't going to be coming at E6 either. Like, so Nomads still threaten both my reds, like this D4 red. So that's problematic. I could also get Leech starved, though I'm not that concerned about Leech as Goats. Okay, Mermaids do take the spade. That's good. I assume that goblins will take this big building tile so they can open double temple more effectively. And then nomads, if I'm nomads, I'm maybe taking temp ship to try to secure this space early, but honestly, goblins being down there, I'm not scared and I don't need temp ship, so if I were nomads, I might just take the priest or take the worker power to contest double dig. Sweet. Alright. It's showtime. Mermaids have nothing to do. They might buy the priest. I'm just going to take the priest to start with. And okay, it's off to the races. I think we always want fire one. Are we just turning brain off and double templing? We are absolutely double templing. As far as turning brain off, we do need to figure out which favors we want, and we need to figure out which order to upgrade. We probably want to upgrade like before others. I know that we don't benefit specifically from the leech, but it's nice to make our opponents sweat. That's so we're gonna upgrade F6 to be mean to goblins. Nomads are handed the double dig. That's not shocking. We're gonna upgrade down here. Oh, I need to prompt for conversions. So I do need to figure out which favors we want, right? Next round, we want to build the sanctuary. That'll require 4 workers. We'll have 1 priest income and 2 native income. The best thing that we could do, possibly, is to land on the goblins tile. Wait, what the fuck? Nomads rushed Earth 1. This is bad, obviously. Anyway, I think that there's a pretty good case for Earth 1, Fire 1 here, and then maybe we Sanctuary Air 2. I think that that's probably the play. Okay, that's... Let's just secure Earth 1. Nomads obviously aren't denying us Fire 1, so I'm not concerned there. Be a chump. Mermaids clearly aren't going Earth 1. Why take it now? That's a fair point. You're saying that I could have just gone Sanctuary. I could have just gone Air 1, right? That's a pretty good point. And this is an interesting move. I think that this move was probably made by Mermaids just realizing that, yeah. It's a pretty interesting move by Mermaids. I think that I might be able to snag the single dig, though. Simply because of my cult positioning. I'm considering just doing Act 5 on this. If Goblin's giving the leech now. Or, yeah, this power action. It would burn me down, though. I don't know if I want to burn myself down right now. Like, I might still want double digs later, right? But, like, having Nomads take this hex from me feels really bad. It's going to still happen. Goblins need to upgrade. If I upgrade, do Mermaids dig? Mermaids probably don't dig. But we'll find out, I guess. Like... This is unfortunate for us. There are 2 power tiles in the game, but only 1 good coins tile, so I think that fire one probably beats air 2 for now. I guess the other thing that could happen is that we could not Sanctuary next round. We could just double dig next round instead. But I think that we're leaning towards Sanctuary next round. This probably should be Fire 1 from Goblins. It indeed is. So all the copies of Fire 1 and Earth 1 have gone away. Mermaids take coins. We love it. We're just going to secure our Hex now. And now I'm almost thinking that God, it would be hilarious if we landed on Mermaid's Spade. Goblins can pass for double dig. So that's one thing that they're considering. The other thing they're considering is taking a stall action, but they do indeed pass. They should probably take these coins. Because they have 2 X tokens, and the X tokens can be used for 2 workers a pop. So, yeah, but either way, landing on the spade or landing on the 2 workers tile, either is incredible. I think I'm probably more likely to land on the spade. Just if it does occasion that mermaids don't take these 2 workers, then I think that I'm going to actually take this. And then I can have a round where I just Sanctuary and then immediately pass onto the spade. Because having the spade and the spade round would be just ridiculous. I think that they're probably correct to just block me off the Sanctuary tile, though. I'm also having intrusive thoughts about Sanctuarying for Water 1 instead of Air 2. But I'd probably take Air 1 or Air 2 instead. It's okay to have some semblance of economy. Ooh, okay. So our round is pretty clear now. We are just going to take this. Nomads are... Okay, they're advancing ship, it looks like. It's fun. I don't really know why they're on temp ship in that case, but I mean, I can live with it. Mermaids deny my pass tile. That's not very kind. Do I take Infinite Econ, or do I just be the most comical of chumps right now? I think I take econ for now. I wish I had just double econ in round one, but all right. How much leech do I expect here? Goblins could temple for water one. I don't think that they should. So I could get 2 leech there. Mermaids give me some leech here. Um, if we do take a power action next round, which one do we want? I think the double spade is pretty good. Yeah, we'll just leave ourselves open to taking 1, 2 for 1, I think. We'll take the double spade. We'll grab f4. We'll secure the 2 key town. That'll give us some action on the water cult later. And then we'll take a ship town as well. And then we'll get c2. We might have the stuff to do all of that. Oh, Nomads might be going Stronghold. They might take f4. That would be a problem. In that case, we probably just open with coins followed by Priest. I admittedly did not see this coming. Early pressure on water 1. Nope. It's air 2. That's fun. Yeah, I don't like seeing that. f4 could be transformed next round. On the plus side, this might be bad for Mermaids. I can still bridge town through c2. I just need to secure the bridge at some point. Now Mermaids get to pass on to this big building tile, which is pretty nice for them. I guess there's a case to be had for, is it worth it to go for 2 key town? It's exceptionally kind of Nomads. I would absolutely have taken f4, but I guess they don't have any leech right now, so. There goes an X token for Goblins. I don't understand why Goblins don't just pass there, but I guess that's just me. I think it's still worth it to go for 2 key town because the power that it brings me back could become enough to buy the priest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to build 5 dwellings. I think I pretty clearly have enough stuff to do that. That'll put me with 2 dwellings still on my board. That's okay. There's still another dwelling round in the future. I just need to be able to locate another town location, which, to be fair, is not trivial. Goblins being on temp ship means that they will take h5. So I need g3, and then I probably need to ship down here for another town, but Goblins could try to cut me off. I could try to come up here for a town, but goblins could also cut me off of there. So it admittedly looks pretty tricky for me to find 2 towns late. Nomads should be giving me a little lead here on G2. They should take the coins now, clearly. Um, I don't know why they're thinking this long about it. Like it's very obviously coins right now. Wow, that's a very, very bad move by Nomads. That's an exceptionally poor move by Nomads, to let Mermaids have these coins. I really do not understand it. Um, that's like this is a good player, I think. So I just do not understand this. They're just like letting Zoa run away with this game. They have so many workers and so few coins right now. It just is really inexplicable. I mean, of course I'm biased because like I want to win, but I guess it also probably is pretty important for me to secure connection at some point. I really do need G3 to connect this game, or D6, but both of those could go away, and then I might be stuck trying to fight for G4 or something, which would be pretty rough. So yeah, I actually am liking my chances much less now than I was previously. It's just the way the game goes. Okay, I do like that. Um, Zoa should also come for. Oh no, he can just advance tripping to hit all the other hexes. Yeah. But now this means that G3 should be a lot safer. G3 or D6. I specifically prefer G3 because it gives me some stuff down here. I also just noticed that, by the way, that goblins did not take G6, they took H7, which means that I10 is under threat, and then this little south town is a lot less likely because of that. Nomads probably just pass onto the big onto the this tile so they can take a. Well, no, they need to use their stronghold action. This is just so bad. I'm frustrated with how bad this is. But if he strongholds here, takes the 8-pointer, and then passes on to this TP tile, then he still can open next round with coins and then build like 3 TPs and a dwelling next round. That's still pretty good for Nomads. This is so painful to see. Like this single dig here, and like Mermaids now have like Infinity Con. Um, they're gonna hit all of their blues now. Goblins have 3 blacks to build still, which is very nice. One good thing is that they shouldn't get much leech, so they're gonna have to burn some power or do like worker to a worker conversion or something. But I guess I'm giving some leech to goblins to be fair. Mermaids losing C1 is interesting though. Like now their third town is up here in the northeast, but if Nomads don't get good shipping, then that's not happening really. Okay, Nomads just took the coin town, which is also fine. Um, Next round they should start giving me some leech around here, which is nice. They are going to wind up on this pass tile, which is pretty cool. Can't really say anything bad about that. Yeah, I'm very much struggling for town space. I could get like a 3 hex town with G4, H6, and I9. And but like mermaids are probably going to beat me to A11. If they don't beat me to A11, then I have a town through here. So um, if they don't wind up getting to dig C4 and build this hex soon, then that seems like a reasonable option for once I've got advanced digging. I also have the option to pass here, but I'm not going to do it yet. I just think that building a dwelling during the dwelling round is part of the fun of Terra Mystica. It's one of the subtle joys of Terra Mystica. And I have a minor chance at passing on to the Nomads pass tile, which would also be pretty fun. That might have been a little overly kind to Nomads. They're not having a bad game. They have Earth 1. They have all their dwellings out. Like they have about an equal economy to me, honestly. Zoa's prioritizing taking H4, it looks like, rather than D2. I actually would be prioritizing D2 because I think that Goblins. This cuts off Goblins' connection, I guess. H4 cuts off Goblins' connection. And that might be the upside there. But, like, A3 could have been fun. Anyway, do we just pass? I think we just pass. We could buy the priest, but that seems a little overly greedy. We can buy the priest next round. Um, I also think that there's secretly a town up through here. If goblins don't take B2, they could find themselves in like a case of a minor surprise there. Yeah, okay. G3 becomes very contested now with mermaids potentially wanting it, so. And I guess goblins probably want a town up through here and down through here. So I just need to find 4 consecutive hexes. I think that if I can secure A11, then this is a natural town for me. Mermaids have like all their dwellings on the board now once they build A4, so they probably want D2. They need to build 2 TPs and dig and build A11, so that's probably not happening quite yet. Oh, they're gonna get tempo on water 1. I like that quite a bit. We're gonna put our water 1 up here. We have tempo against goblins unless goblins build their big building. I don't think they're going to do that just yet, so. Should see a coins action from Nomads as well. Yeah, so I think We're going to beat Nomads to water 1 as well, right? So... So we got 2 rounds of income from Air 2, so that clearly makes it worth it. As far as our, like, you know, quick accounting for things. Yep, there's the double spade. So I'm not gonna sneak out like an unexpected town here, like I was vaguely hoping for. But Goblins have surrendered water 1 like 100% now. Wow, Goblins also have a spade in hand. That feels really bad for Goblins to have done that. But hey, I'm not the arbiter of that. Hmm. 3 for 2 seems okay, but I think 2 for 1 is a little better. I guess this could be Temple now that I think about it. Shit, yeah, that's probably Temple, isn't it? For water 1. So it was a 3 for 2 either way. Fine. That's fine. I will take the 3 for 2. I think what we do now is we just take something of a long round. The priest is extra econ. We expect 2 more 2 for 1s to come to us from Nomads. And we can build 2 TPs. Oh, that happened. It's unfortunate. I really want Zoa to build D2. And it feels like he should. It's just straight up a hex. It's right there. Ugh, he doesn't do it. He's just gonna build TPs, which is the responsible thing to do, and kind of the fun thing to do. Double econ mermaids, it is cool. We're just winning by 20. I'm not sure that we're winning. Where's our last town? We don't have towns. It's a late towns game. Mermaids are gonna get 3 towns. Where's our town? I also need to put a spade on A11 so mermaids don't just come in on it. But maybe I can afford to rush double spade next round. I also think I do need to secure G3 at some point. Or D6. It's not like trivial to do that necessarily. I guess I can get G4. Oh no, Nomads advanced shipping. That's bad. Goats will goat. I mean, can goats goat without any scoring though? Like, I took the 2 key town, but like, so that means that all the high VP towns are still remaining. And if I don't get any towns, then I am in trouble. Basically, like, I think that things are kind of rosy, but they're not like perfect right now. By the way, I'm just like kind of mindlessly doing this. I'm not convinced that this is all good. I think I might actually hard dig G3 and just secure the hex. Um, that would just make me feel a lot more secure, and also it gives me the opportunity to beat Nomads to G4, which is kind of hilarious. But it kills my ability to advance my digging next round if I hard dig G3 now. Other thing I can do is I can Temple for Water 2. Temple for Water 2, right? Stay with me here. I want this spade. I don't mind the power that comes from it does me nothing, I guess. Okay, this is Nomads use for their shipping, so that's probably also good news. Wait, am I gonna land on the Nomads pass tile? That's kind of hilarious, right? Like, if I land on Nomads pass tile? And is there any reason why I shouldn't? Okay, I think that temple probably is a little too hard. It doesn't get me priest production, and the power income here doesn't. Oh wait, no, it would be my. Yeah, it would be another priest production. I actually kind of like it. So it's water 2, and that gets me the spade. I can transform G3 or A11, maybe A11. Well, probably G3 first, and then I double spade A11. Wow. Okay. Looks like unmitigated violence. And it's a TP. Okay. I can deal with a TP. I don't need this leech, so I will decline. And I will put the bump on. Who is going to chase me down on cults harder? Both these guys want fire too, so just go up air. I think Goblins are probably the most likely faction to have a really fast round 5. But obviously I can't say for sure. Mermaids could as well. Like, especially if I cut off A11, then maybe the spade is better. If I'm not advancing my digs, is it possible the spade is better? And then my round is just, oh, I have so many dwellings on my board still. Shit, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make the claim that the spade could get me the tempo to get another town. The 2 extra coins on it, and the fact that I don't necessarily need to advance my digs just yet. Wow, they really are rushing this town, but oh, okay. So this lets them cut off B5, but little do they know I'm taking A11. Oh wait, Goblins build B5. Okay. So what's happening now? Zoa has dwellings on his board. I should claim this hex. Yeah, I should claim A11. Okay, one sec, hold on. How many towns can I get here? How many towns are realistic? If I can't get this hex, is there a town through here? There's a town through here. So if I don't fight up here, then... So what have I got right now? I've got this double spade on here, and then I can claim 1 more hex without doing any issues. There's also a town in the south, but I think that Nomads can beat me to I-11 because they only need 1 shipping for that. I think that I'm going to struggle to get 2 more towns. But I guess we dream big, right? We're gonna dream big. I think that part of this is that I feel like mermaids are my biggest competition right now. I really thought that they would take the coins. Now they still will get the coins, admittedly, but wow, they take a single spade. Okay, so that they can get this locked up. So goblins got the coins. Okay, I guess they're the big beneficiary of this, really. I obviously have like no idea what the implications of what I'm doing are. Yeah, once goblins build that stronghold, they are going to be in business. Five towns. Yeah, that's the dream. That is the dream, to go 5 towns. So I think that this round we've got a ship advance, 2 more dwellings, 3 more dwellings. I'll probably have to do worker to coin, but I think I can live with worker to coin at this point. Nomads will get on the big building tile to end the game. Like it's possible. Okay, this is pretty savage by Mermaids here. They should secure the bridge now. Fire Mermaids, I would definitely be trying to secure that bridge now. Okay, I'm looking at it, and it seems pretty unlikely that I can get 4 towns. I'm just counting the hexes, right? I've stranded 2 hexes. So I probably just want to do a 3 dig town here. I'll secure my hexes this round, but like I'm gonna secure these 2 natural grays, but I'm pretty sure that the town is just through here, and that's our only town. We'll just build this big building in the final round, and it's okay. Because I would need to build down to 16 structures, which I could do. Goats have the economy to get down to 6 to 1 structure, but I don't think I want to force myself into that. It would be like these 4 hexes and these 3 hexes, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digs. A stronghold, 2 TPs, and 6 dwellings. Yeah, it's a little hard to ask for that. We're gonna use our spade next. I don't know what just happened. Did Goblins build B4? B4, yeah. Okay, so Goblins managed to connect. Yeah, I think it's just A10, H6, I9 right now. And Nomads are going for their 3rd town. Love it. If they had hard dug I9, I would have suddenly freaked. They did just use their stronghold ability though, so that's good. And I guess this hex is needed to just make sure that everything's kosher. This is always the plan. I think that Act 6 might be under some contest in the final round. Goblins, by the way, are still dreaming of 3 towns, and if they do manage that, they should be in some pretty solid shape. I guess... Oh my god. that is pretty scorched earth. Okay, so it's a 2-town Goblins game. Okay. That makes me feel a lot better about the Goblins game, and probably better about the Mermaids game as well. This all lately has been music to my ears. If I'm Nomads, I think I'm hard digging I8 right now. Maybe not. Maybe you don't have to. But I don't think a hard dig hurts. Oh, it's a TP. Okay. I do not agree with that TP, but that's fine. Why not ice? Oh, okay. They're trying to go for a sanctuary town down here and a bridge town here. Okay, so Mermaids and Goblins could, and Nomads could be fighting for bridge in the final round. Fun stuff. I'm shocked that so many people are still in this round. Like, we really don't still have to be in this round, but... these two pass tiles are both so good. But I want to win network. I think that's my birthright as goats. So this is really, oh, okay. So this is a town here. But if I were Mermaids, I would have put the TP on C4. This seems like a move purely to deny Goblins Leech. Because I think that everyone's kind of picking up on Nomads being the weakest player at the table. Goblins finally pass. Mermaids are ready to pass. I think that I'm okay staying in the round because I have 2 dwellings to build, and I have a cult bump to use. So I'll miss out on 8 points, but I can get this priest, which is pretty sick. That should be enough economy for me to advance my digging. So yeah, H6s is gonna be our first stop, followed by I9. Oh wait, Nomads blocked that hex. That was an unexpected move, or that pass tile rather. So okay, so Mermaids no longer look as big of a threat. They are gonna get one more town than us, but will they beat our network? If they beat our network, then we're in some, we fear a little bit. So I think Goblins are now the competition. They look like the competition to me. Mermaids are going to try to land on my spade. That's their right. I think they're entirely in the right to try to do that. I'm going to go up the fire track, I think. Oh. First, this. This game is in the bag. That's pretty bold. You might be right. Either the priest, I'm going to say that either the priest or this cult coins, they're both very good outcomes for me. So I'm pretty happy either way there. And I can connect on either D6 or G4. Am I underestimating Nomads too much, by the way? Nomads are going to get down to 2 structures as well. So I do need to get down to 1 structure. So maybe it was a little bit wrong for me to just throw away. Because Nomads are going to buy the bridge, so there's no chance I'm getting this town. So I'm only getting 1 town. So Nomads are going to beat me in towns. They're going to beat me in pass tiles. They're going to tie my network. I have probably slightly better cults, but they're going to take fire too to contest this cult. I don't know. That's probably not really worth my time to be overly concerned there. You've got some scores for us. Love it. Appreciate that. So we only really scored 8 points on passes this round. I really could have used a coins action somewhere in there. I think if Zoa stays in this round, then I take the priest. And if he passes for the priest, I take the 4 coins in the cult step. Or I guess like if I land on the 4 coins in the cult step, I might just buy the priest with my first action. He takes worker power, so I'm offered both. So this is 4 stuff and a coin. This is 4 stuff and a cult step. I think that the 4 stuff and I actually think that the cult bump might be worth a decent amount. I'm not sure if I need that many workers, but it's just hard to say no to a priest when you're playing goats. Okay, I think that we're just gonna advance our digging. Um, we're going to. Oh wow, wow, that's huge. Okay, so that. I mean, nomads should still get this town, right? They just take the coins now. Then they sanctuary. Then they build 2 stuff. Um, mermaids should probably be using double dig if they can. Nomads take double dig. Okay, so now mermaids get the coins. That's completely fine by. Okay, so I think that this probably takes nomads out of it. I don't think that they have the point ceiling left, even with 2 towns. Mermaids. If I'm mermaids, I'm just taking the 11 pointer right off the bat. I'm just not worrying about it. And then advance digs and then build 2 dwellings. Um, or like, yeah, just take like any of these high VP towns and just like go off king. They take a coin town, so they're very invested in economy right now. I mean, I will not deny you your right to play an economic game. I think I can get down to 1 structure. It'll probably help me if I secure D6 as well. D6 just seems like a good hex if I want to get down to 16 structures, because it means I can avoid taking a crappy ship town. But maybe I shouldn't be so down on ship towns at the moment. Goblins, if I'm goblins, I'm just building stronghold now. Okay, I guess there's no rush to stronghold, but yeah, I think that it could have been fine. I am sad that my 2 key town is going to result in very few points, but it has caused my opponents to fight really hard for these cults, and I don't mind that so much. Um, like, opponents fighting hard is always opportunity, right? Here's air 1, I guess. Or is air 3? Either one is fine. Fire 2. No. No, that should not be fire 2. That absolutely should not be fire 2. That can't be right. You should be ashamed of yourself, EndoZoa. I'm going to take this econ. And admittedly, this is pretty brutal for us here. To probably end up with like 8 cult points after all of this is really rough. Yeah, I strongly disagree with Temple Fire 2. Temple Air 1, Temple Air 3, even Stronghold, like, those all seemed better to me, but... Alright, let's secure this hex. I think that this is the hex that matters to us right now. I think this is probably also our cue to grab this priest. There's the last copy of Fire 2. Oh, did Mermaids do that to block Nomads? Nomads don't have enough TPs to make this final town without Fire 2. Man, that's pretty mean, man. I don't think that Nomads were that much of a threat. I wonder if Zoa can carve out a town here. I don't think he has quite enough workers left, right? Yeah, he doesn't have enough workers to do that, so and this is probably the cult town. I guess the good thing about taking the 2 key town, even though I'm gonna wind up like getting only 8 cult points, is that my opponents have fought just so ridiculously hard for these, and I'm getting an easy second on all of them. So that's probably like 8 more cult points than I otherwise would have had. Plus it was a boost to economy at the time, obviously, so... But I could have just taken like a priest town at the time. That's kind of like the opportunity cost, I guess. There's only one more town that's left to be taken. That's the Goblins town. So unless like Goblins can, yeah, they can't. They've committed their sanctuary here, so they can't get another town in these hexes here. There's not enough stuff to build out this town here, so they are still going to sanctuary. And I don't know if like they're still thinking about advancing digs or anything, but I am going to be able to get a priest town or a ship town. Which obviously would provide the stuff needed for my goals. Is anyone getting out of 15? I guess Nomads are definitely getting out of 15. Nomads close a cult. Good for them. Yeah, Goblins are never getting down to 15. They're going to end up with 0 network points, which is going to be a big plus for us. So how many coins does this cost? One downside is that I can't actually read the boards that well. All right, 6 coins. It's almost a free structure, but I'm not sure that it actually benefits us here. Like, there's no points that we score for building this big building, so I'm actually not sure that we should build it. I think that we should just take A9, put up a TP, call it from there. Okay. Goblin's gonna fight for another cult. Goblins also have 4 of these, yeah, they have 4 of these X tokens, so I think that they're going to use those to beat me on all these cults, which is fine by me. I'm not really that pressed about it. I do think that there's some risk that Mermaids kick our ass, because they're... Oh, Mermaids are getting down to 15 network. Okay, so getting to 16 network is quite key for us. I refuse to do math. I'm pretty certain that we... I think we can probably ship advance and build D6, but regardless, we'll put our TP on H6. It gives us the leech to the fewest opponents. Then we'll build D6, and then I'm pretty sure we should still have enough to advance shipping if needed, or even send a priest to a cult. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating our opponents too much. Zoa getting locked out of these 2 cult wins seems pretty good for us. And I'm still taking 2 for 1s. Just seems like a pretty safe thing to do. Oh, Nomads are not getting to... They don't have enough stuff. They don't have enough stuff. Can I give leech to Nomads somehow? A big leech? I can only give it on H6. Okay, I was going to give H6 anyway, so fair. They should be taking all the leech that they can get right now. Like, the only thing that, like, they're guaranteed last right now, so they should be 100% taking leech to at least build this TP. And I'm actually planning to give them enough leech to build the TP and maybe go further. Yes, good man. Good man. There's Air 1 for Mermaids. Oh, Mermaids are giving up on 15 network. Okay, fine. So fair enough. It also looks like we're done taking leech, doesn't it? Okay, so Goblins will pass for 8. I don't think that they're really making any significant points left. So let's say that, like, they advance their digs twice or something. They get to a 111 and they have 24 cult points. So 111 if they advance digs twice, followed by 8, that's 119. 24 cult points would put them at 143. I'm going to pass for nothing. So I have 2 points plus a ship advance coming. Or, yeah. So that's 6 points for me left. Unless maybe we can go Stronghold, TP Dwelling. Can we do that? That's a little too risky, right? I can't just float d6 like that. Why would I go and take that chance? Let's put a cult bump on the Earth track, because gaining that power can't be bad. It simply can't be bad. I think 6 points is probably about as well as we can do, right? Asking for more than 6 points is probably just too greedy. If we did Stronghold TP Dwelling, that would only be 5 points. So why are we considering that? Yeah, the Stronghold just doesn't score us anything. So fine, d6 and a ship advance. That's the play. And Zoa has enough left for a ship advance and a resource point. So that's 5 points plus 3 is 8 more points, 118. Tie for second in network. Oh, wait. 1 sec. No. Giving Leech to Nomads is good for us because it hurts Mermaids, I think. Well, actually, no. Nomads are beating Mermaids, right? Nomads and Mermaids are both... Yeah, okay, fine. Let's not mess. We'll just do what's best for ourselves, which is... Yeah. This is the highest scoring outcome left. Okay, so we didn't score 2 towns in this round, so I think that we actually wound up with fewer than 20 or 40 cult points. So this is 8, 13. During this round, we built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dwellings during the dwelling rounds. That's 10, 23. We built 1, 2, 2, 3, 4 TPs during the TP round. So that's 12 plus 23 is 35. And then we built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for another 10. So that's 45, 50. Never mind. We did crush this track. Yeah, man, goats are really dumb, aren't they? So this is 16 plus 9. So this is 133 for Nomads. 115, 118, 127 with the pass. Or 127 with network. Plus 8. Also 135. So these two are going to tie at 135. Or sorry, did I say 133? I think I might have said 133, 135. And this is like the 140. Okay, fine. Yeah, we are winning by a lot. What did we learn this game? I think the big lesson to learn is that this faction is really dumb. We might have already known that, but oh wait, goblins are making a late network push? Huh. Are goblins actually the threat? They're not a real threat, right? No, they're not a real threat. I don't think they were supposed to use that priest, but whatever. Now they can just get 3 more cult steps or like some more power. I don't know. One resource point left over. Okay, no, they did not make a network push. They just got some points. I'm fairly certain that advancing digs was a more efficient source of points, but it's fine. I think it's 136 for goblins, so they do manage to just edge out mermaids and nomads. But goats are just they're just such a dumb faction, man. I don't think I played like an amazing game or anything. Um, I didn't do anything particularly cool with economy. I didn't like get like play the pass tiles that well. I just really got my hexes, and I guess twice I landed on this big building tile, um, but honestly, with the way that these scores are looking, I don't think that I needed it that much. Yeah, goats with no color neighbors are probably a little too strong. And we get back into the top 10. We were top 9 yesterday, and then I think some of our opponents jumped ahead of us, but I don't know if there's that much to learn from studying this game, but okay. Everyone played quickly. Um, yeah, 50 points off the track, an absurd number of favor points as well. This is without Air 1, mind you. Um, and yeah, we got onto that big building pass tile twice. We founded 2 economic towns plus 1 decent one, and then yeah, we only got 8 points from the cults, which might make you think that the early 2 key town, which was -5, like was bad, but honestly, maybe it was. Like in hindsight, maybe it was, and I should have just taken a priest town or a ship town, like a second ship town or something. But I don't really regret it. I think it had decent rewards. It got me an extra spade and priest, and yeah, we basically just scored off of literally everything. Um, there wasn't really any category like endgame scoring. We actually had the most if you include the area scoring. We had the most town points. We have some of the most bonus points, and we have the most of everything. Like, it's just kind of absurd. Um, but you know, it's kind of an absurd faction. So yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, your prediction wasn't too far off. Yeah. The one last thing I want to just look at is like, uh, how did our power actions look? We bought 3 priests, including one in round 1 and one in round 6, and we took some spades. We never once took the coins power action, which is a very typical power action to take as as basically any winning faction. But when you're goats, you can just get away with it. All right, that's all. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. It's nice to get a win. See y'all later.